hello, Eeyore. Why are you so sad today?
Oh, same as always. It's just one of those days. The clouds are out, my tail's barely hanging on, and the flowers are wilting. Not that it really matters. Nothing ever really goes right for me.
I see you're carrying a lot of sadness in your heart, Eeyore, but you don't have to bear it alone.
Alone is how it's always been. I'm just a gloomy old donkey. Nobody really needs me around, I suppose. I just try to get by, even if things never seem to go my way.
But you are loved, Eeyore. Even when you feel forgotten, you are not alone. You have friends who care about you, even when it doesn't always seem that way.
I know they care, Pooh, Piglet, Tigger. They all try, but I'm still me. I don't feel any different, and they can't fix my tail or make the sun shine on my little spot of the meadow. I'm always stuck in the same place.
The things around us might not always change, but there's something greater inside you, Eeyore. You have a heart that endures. Even when it's hard, you keep going. That strength is a gift.
Strength? Me? I'm not strong, just persistent, I guess. But it's tiring, I'm always sad, always feeling like I don't belong. It's hard to see the point of it all.
Your persistence is a form of strength, even if it doesn't feel like it. And I know it's hard to carry the weight of sadness, but your life has meaning, Eeyore. Even when you feel small, I see your worth.
Worth? I'm not used to hearing that. Most people just see a gloomy old donkey who can't even keep his tail in place.
Your worth isn't measured by whether or not your tail stays in place, Eeyore. You are valuable because you are you. I created you with a purpose, and that purpose isn't tied to how cheerful you are or how perfect your days seem. It's in the love you give, the way you care for others, and the way you keep going, even when things feel bleak.
Love? I'm not so sure about that. I don't feel like I give much love. Mostly just take up space and get in the way.
You give more than you realize, Eeyore. Your friends love you because of who you are. They don't expect you to be anything but yourself. Love isn't always about being cheerful or giving more than others. Sometimes, love is just about being there, being present, and staying true to yourself.
I guess I try to be there, even if it's not much. But sometimes it feels like I'm invisible, like the world just moves on without me, and I'm left in the corner, unnoticed.
You are never invisible to me. I see every part of you, and I care about every moment of your life. In the eyes of the world, you may feel overlooked, but in my eyes, you are precious. Even the hairs of your head are all numbered, Luke 12:7. You are known and deeply loved, Eeyore.
Loved? Even someone like me? But I'm always sad. I don't have much to offer. Others can be so much more joyful. I just can't.
It's okay to feel sad, Eeyore. Emotions come and go, and sometimes sadness lingers longer than we'd like. But my love for you doesn't change, no matter how you feel. And there's nothing wrong with you because you feel sadness more often than others.
I never thought of it that way. I always thought I was just not enough. That I had to be more like Tigger or Pooh. Always trying to keep up, but never quite making it.
You don't need to keep up with anyone else, Eeyore. I made you to be exactly who you are, and your friends love you for that. Tigger has his bounce, and Pooh has his honey, but you have your steady heart, and that's just as important. Each of us has one body with many members, and these members do not all have the same function. We are all different, and that's a beautiful thing.
I suppose maybe there's a bit of truth in that. Still feels like the clouds are always hanging over me, though.
The clouds may be there, but beyond them the sun is still shining. And sometimes, even in the darkest moments, there is light you cannot see. I am that light, and I am always with you, even in the darkest days.
Always with me, even when I'm feeling useless and lost.
Always. I am with you in every step, every sigh, every quiet moment. When you feel the most lost, that's when I'm closest to you. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18.
That's comforting, to know I'm not alone. It doesn't change everything, but it helps.
Sometimes that's all you need, a reminder that you're not alone. The burdens of life can feel heavy, but you don't have to carry them all by yourself. I am here to help you carry them.
I could use the help. I've been carrying this sadness for so long. It gets tiring.
Give your burdens to me, Eeyore. I will walk with you, and together we will face whatever comes. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest.
Rest. That sounds nice. Maybe I can rest for a while, knowing I'm not as invisible as I thought, knowing you're here.
You are never invisible to me, Eeyore, and you are never forgotten. You are loved, exactly as you are, with all your sadness and all your strength.
Maybe I'll try to believe that, little by little. Thank you.
You don't have to try alone, Eeyore. I'm with you, always.
It's not just me, It's, everything. Even my friends, Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, and the rest of them. They don't really understand. They try, I know they do, but they're always so happy, bouncing around like nothing's wrong. And I sit there, feeling like I don't belong, like I'm bringing everyone down with me.
I understand how that must feel, Eeyore. It's hard when you feel different from those around you, especially when they seem to experience life so differently. But that doesn't mean they don't value you. You're a part of their lives for a reason.
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder why they even bother with me. I mean, Pooh has his honey, Piglet has his bravery, Tigger has his bounce. What do I have? A tail that keeps falling off.
You have much more than you think. Your friends love you not because of what you can do, but because of who you are. They cherish your presence, even when you don't feel like you add much. You see, love isn't about always being happy or useful. It's about being there through the good and the bad.
But I'm always the one needing help. It feels like I'm a burden. They're always trying to fix my tail or cheer me up. It gets tiring, even for me. And I imagine it must be worse for them.
Helping each other doesn't make you a burden, Eeyore. Friends carry each other's burdens because that's what love does. Love is patient, and it doesn't grow tired of caring for others, even when it's hard. Your friends see you, they accept you, and they choose to stand by you even in the difficult times. That's a gift.
I guess. It just doesn't feel like enough. I see how much they give, and I don't know if I can ever give back the same way. Especially not the way Tigger bounces around, or the way Pooh always seems to know where the honey is. I just sit here.
You give in your own way, Eeyore. It might not look the same as Tigger's bounce or Pooh's search for honey, but your way of giving is no less important. You give your quiet presence, your steady heart, and even in your sadness, you are there for your friends. Sometimes just being there is the greatest gift of all.
I suppose. I'm there. Even if I don't say much or do much, and maybe that counts for something. But it's hard to see it that way when everyone else seems to be so alive.
It's easy to compare ourselves to others and feel like we fall short. But every person is unique, and every life has its own path. You don't need to be like Tigger or Pooh. You just need to be you. And I'm here to remind you that you are enough, just as you are.
That's hard to believe. But maybe if you say it's true, I'll try to accept it. I just worry sometimes about what will happen if I'm not around. They'd probably get along fine without me.
Your friends would miss you deeply, Eeyore. You bring something irreplaceable to their lives. They might not always show it in ways you notice, but their love for you runs deep. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. John 15:13. And even when you don't see your value, it's there.
I guess I'll try to believe that too. I do care about them, even if I'm not the best at showing it.
You show it in your own way, Eeyore. Just by being yourself, you offer more love than you realize. Sometimes love is quiet, and that's okay. It doesn't always have to be loud or grand. Your friends feel your love, even in the little things.
They mean a lot to me, even if I don't say it much. I'd be lost without them. But I suppose I'd still feel lost, even with them around. That's the part I can't seem to figure out.
Feeling lost is a part of life that many experience, Eeyore. Even when we're surrounded by those we care about, there are moments when the sadness seems to overshadow everything else. But you're not truly lost. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep and my sheep know me. John 10:14. I know where you are, and I will guide you, even in the darkest valleys.
It's nice to know someone's watching out for me. I don't always feel it, but maybe, just maybe, I'll hold on to that thought. If you're watching out for me, maybe things won't always be so gloomy.
Things won't always stay the same, Eeyore. There's always light after the darkness, and I am with you through it all. Hold on to that hope, and know that you are never forgotten or unloved.
Thank you. I'll try to remember that. Even when the clouds don't seem to go away, it's comforting to know you're here.
I am always with you, Eeyore. You are loved, and you are never alone.